Hello everyone. So I'm Vikram. I work as a developer evangelist at PeppyPost. So how many of you know what developer evangelists do? Heard first time or something first? Heard first time? Anyone?
Yeah, first.
Heard first time? Developer advocate? Have you heard?
Yeah.
Huh?
Remote
So
technology,
hmm?
remote technology, remote company, remote,
Okay. So you guys have a bit idea about developer evangelist and developer advocate, right? So developer evangelist is same as different name, same as developer advocate. It's a different name, but the work what we do is same. So what I do here at PeppyPost is, PeppyPost is an email service provider. So it's an email. You can say we deliver email for our clients. Most of them are transactional emails. There are fintech type of emails. And what I do here is I write tools and articles which might help our developers to easily plug in those integration with PeppyPost with their system. So I work as that kind of stuff I do over here. So today we will be going to see what RediSearch is, what are its use cases, and at what different kind of level we can use RediSearch. Any newbies? All are newbies or any 60 70% newbie? You guys new to Redis? You have idea?
yeah, somewhat.
Okay. So for those who all are new to Redis, so these three pointers are one pointer. So Redis is a NoSQL in-memory database which stores data in a key value pair. So not just a plain key value, means a string value is mapped with a string key. It actually stores what data type it is. Let's suppose if your key is a string, and you can store an int value to that particular string key. Similarly, to and fro, or you can vice versa, some kind of thing. And the most famous feature of key features are this. Redis is famous for caching. It acts as a message broker, queuing system, and counters. So how many of you are familiar with Twitter? Okay. So when someone tweet something, how fast it if you are notified, how fast can you define that?
As soon as it gets to it, the person who is mentioned in the tweet gets notified immediately within few nanoseconds.
Nanoseconds. So do you know that Twitter uses Redis for that kind of stuff? So Twitter use Redis for managing its notification, caching kind of stuff, you can say. Moreover, if you ask me what is developer centric app that use Redis, then GitHub. Everyone used GitHub. Stack Overflow. How many times you use a day Stack Overflow?
All the time.
Okay, so Stack Overflow also uses GitHub with a high scale. There are I will share one or two links to those blogs, you can say, where they mention each and everything over Stack Overflow is cached, so that user experience is better, and they can switch to that particular thing very fast. And secondly, GitHub also uses Redis in a high scale. So they have built a different application with related to Redis. They have Rescue. So it's an backend processing queuing kind of stuff. So GitHub have built all on the top of that Redis. So you can assume how Redis is fast, how Redis is stable, and what are the things we can leverage from Redis. moving forward. So today's agenda will be, we will be discussing about Redis modules, what kind of modules Redis support, Redis has. Then we will be going deep with Redis search, what kind of thing Redis search provides, how it is different from NoSQL databases in the market. Then what are the common use cases which we can do in Redis search, and then some hands-on experience, installation and kind of stuff. How easily can it be installed? How easily it can be used? And then question and answer session. So this will be today's agenda. So before that, we start, since it's a meetup, why won't we introduce each other? Yeah. So yeah,
My name is Pawan.
a bit louder. So capturing over.
My name is Pawan. I'm studying in Newcastle University in London, and I'm just placement in Google in BTC right now. And I'm working for Google Network Handling in India. Yeah.
Yeah, great. Myself, Sachin, and I'm basically a mobile application developer, iOS developer. Was working with Sher Khan, and since last 4 months, I'm working as a freelancer, and now exploring Redis, Go language, and other backend technologies.
So great. We have Pawan, who will be joining Google. We have Sachin, who is an iOS developer, who was an iOS developer. Now he has.
I was with the Sher Khan as an iOS developer. I am still an iOS developer, but working as a freelancer now.
Okay, so he's a iOS developer by heart. Professionally, he's a freelancer. Yeah, yeah.
Hi, I'm Avinash. I work at Tata Institute of Social Sciences, the university,
Mm-hmm.
on a lot of the internal web applications. Just exploring Redis, evaluating Redis for few of our services.
Great. So, Avinash, you work in a university.
Yes.
Can you pardon that university name?
Tata Institute of Social Sciences.
Okay, so you work in Tata Social Science Institute. You manage their
Internal.
backend
Yeah.
kind of stuff. Great.
Hi, my name is Mandar.
Mm-hmm.
I work in Presto Importing.
Mm-hmm.
So I work as a Java developer over there.
Mm-hmm.
And project is like Cloud as a client, and I work on Apache Atlas project.
Great, great. Next.
So hi, my name is Nikhil. I've been working with Presto Importing as a software developer.
Mm-hmm.
I work on a Cloudera project, Apache Atlas, which is a metadata management for big data.
Great, big data. These big names come with big data. Yeah.
Yeah, myself, Nixon Projects. I do work in a Keystone project for a client called Cloudera, and I manage application called Apache Atlas. So Apache Atlas is basically a data governance tool for classifying and control the fine grading authorization tool. So I am a committer for Apache committer for Apache Atlas. And I had to contribute for Apache Ranger and Apache Node.
All three of you are working on Cloudera.
Yeah.
You can tag each other on LinkedIn now only and share your introduction. You can, yeah, tag us also, so that we can also see you guys. Okay. So
Myself, Suhas, I work for Oracle in a product called Business Process Management, BPM product. So I work on that, and I work on microservices, backend technology. Moving on to the cloud, the Google Cloud. No, not Google, Oracle.
okay.
Hey guys, I'm Shekhar Mutia. I work as a full stack app and web developer in Call. It's a startup, so we are just starting right now, and we have created a stable version for our app right now. So yeah, that's it. I'm 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 thinking of using Redis as my backend database. So I'm thinking to migrate it from this.
Great, great. So we have Suhas, we have Shekhar, we have a team from Freestone, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have one guy from Avinash from University of Tata University. We have Sachin, Pawan. Okay, great. Welcome, guys. Vishal.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sure.
guys, I'm Vishal and I'm working as a front-end developer. Also, I have experience in microservices and backend application development. And I'm working for Reliance and also a volunteer for RediSearch.
Hey,
So,
guys.
Um,
Guys, can you please come over here? We
yeah,
have
we
space.
have
As an introduction, I am Vikram. I work at Untitled Chapter. I work as a full stack developer. Here for learning this, I actually have no idea about it, but we were suggested to attend this conference.
Okay.
Myself is Tripti Agmare. I'm also working applied cloud computing and come here to know about the Redis research.
Okay, so you guys are also new to Redis. Okay. So since it was last slide, we just move. So Redis again, it's a NoSQL in-memory database having key value structure, and you can store actual data types over here, string to int mapping or multiple vice versa type of mapping. Moreover, key features are this caching. You can do caching at high scale in Redis. Then it can act as a message broker. Also, for it maintains multiple queues. You can do queuing kind of stuff and maintain counters. That is increment and all kind of stuff. Increment and decrement. So, example we shared means you were not there. So, Twitter use Redis at high scale for caching. GitHub also uses, and full Stack Overflow was these three. More are there. Snapchat uses, Flickr uses. Most of these you can say huge companies or organization uses at high scale. Redis high scale. So today we will be discussing this kind of stuff. Redis modules, Redis search, then why Redis search we can use, and later we will be having some hands-on experience what all things we can handle with Redis. So what's our problem statement? Why we need search? Anyone?
Quick reporting,
Just reporting?
analysis.
Just analysis?
to get the data.
Get the data? More?
To know about the some things, to know the more info or
Come,
with like
meaning with the help of data, we can come to a conclusion and what you call do the
Okay. So we need search probably in our modern applications because without search, it's an hectic to crawl over the whole applications and check out whether actually this application has that product or not, right? This is the basic and the most important kind of stuff that is searching, right? So since back in school days, first thing in engineering was searching and sorting algorithms that we learned, and this is the kind of stuff we can do with searching, right? So what is history behind searching? Anyone knows when was the first web content search or broadcasted on internet or was made live? Anyone?
Alta Vista. Even
AOL
AOL.
Netscape. It's a Yahoo search.
Yahoo. Guesses are, I think, no,
It was around 92, 93.
92, 93. Okay, you are near to a search, but different kind of.
Maybe last week I read about something like
Okay, so more guesses?
are there any prizes?
Sure, sure. Anyone had seen this Archie query form? So what if I say this is the first search? So Archie query form. Previous there was a web crawler named company who had done this kind of POC or some search kind of thing in 1990, and later this Archie query form, Archie name search engine was launched in 1997. The first web-based search content was launched in 1997. So I hope now everyone knows. So this was, I think it's look vintage, right? Very much vintage. So you need to write exact value for search, select few option, and then you need to hit the search. Do we do right now in recent days this kind of stuff? What we do now?
Just type and go.
So this is the example. So can you guess what site is this?
Oh,
It's the e-commerce.
Huh? E-commerce. What
It's a
site?
which
Which
brand,
which brand?
Mintra,
shop.
Snapdeal,
Is it Hara?
H&M.
So it's in Mintra. So it's in Mintra. Here we directly means you can say we write freely over here and each and everything it lists down. So this kind of search is very much attractive and very much stable for user experience, right? So what search give us? Being building a product is fine, but what search give us, right? So whenever we get into something, uh, the first thing we do is searching. And if you guys are given a task to build a search engine, from where would you love to get an inspiration? What will be your inspiration for building a search engine? Anyone? Google. You are incoming Google guy.
Google is sitting here.
uh, at least you should say Google. Anyone? Google. Mine also. If you all are saying. So why Google?
Very much intuitive and very much smart, close to what you are trying.
Means Google already knows about you, right?
Yeah, it's
Sorry, that was a joke.
it's in your mind and search for it.
Yeah. So why is it best or it is best? Sorry, grammatical mistake. So why it is best? There are number of reasons. First of all, the algorithm. You guys know what kind of algorithm Google use for the search bar?
Used to be page rank.
Page rank is for
Used to be.
used to be. Yeah. Okay. So Google uses one kind of algorithm. I don't have exact idea. So it's a combination of two to three algorithms merged within. And second is the minimalistic design. So when you open a Google bar, you are not means you can say you don't need anything. You are not distracted to something, right? You are very focused to what you are trying to Google when you because it's a simple, easy design and very much accurate, you can say, right? It's best autocomplete suggestion. You can see here what is data and all this stuff, data structure in blah 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 things, right? So this kind of inspiration is much more better if you are building a search engine. What are the things that matter the most when you build and search? So previous slide we have seen the type of data to be used in search. So when you are building a search engine, what kind of data you need to process, or you need your users to search? Anyone? You're building an app, right? So let's suppose I'm building an app where building an app for my company where there are crores of emails. Then my prime motto will be searching an email ID for particular from address, something like that kind of thing. So what will be that data for me? That data might be having some name, right?
Person name
Yeah,
or subject name.
correct. So
Or
subject, body, from, to, these are pointers to know. But
Or-
what is the data? So there are two type of data. What you guys have seen in the previous slide, what Google does is a unstructured data. Okay, so whenever you type the autocomplete suggestion or the algorithm which fetches us those results that are for unstructured data. So Google don't take that much pain to give an accurate result, because it already gives you an ample of data in which the first 4 or 6 results might help you the most, something like that, right? So there are, and the second data type which I'm saying is structured data. So the Mintra kind of stuff you have seen, where I have written denim as a name, and it suggests me to be very specific denim jacket, denim wears, uh, men's denim, women's denim. Okay. So that is a structured data where you have mapped to an key with some values, but Google won't map that key to so much values, right? So that comes to picture structured and unstructured data. This is the key you can keep when you are building a search engine. So this is a common requirement for any kind of application nowadays, right? What matter is UX. So with the growing technologies, Angular has came, React has came. So these guys are dynamically loading contents, and loading content from database uh, is good. I mean, fine. But what if the time it takes or the queries it hit to the database that are expensive, right? If your database have 1 CR of data, and each hit for each word that each alphabet you type is hit to a database, then it's a heavy query each and every time. So here Redis comes to picture. So you can whenever you are building an UX and you are hitting an query, so it should be instantly fast. So this is kind of stuff. UX should be better. Key pointers are it should add value to user. Example, if you type Redis Mumbai meetup and if it suggests Redis Day Bangalore conference, that will do. If you type I want free uh, notes, or you can say free lectures or Udemy, and Udemy gives you only paid notes, will it do? No, that is a very bad experience, right? So it should add an value to user. Second pointer is easy to access. If your search bar is at some corner of your application, will your user use that search bar? Mintra gives always up, Flipkart gives at the top of the you can say menu bar, and Google with a straightforward. it gives an on the top of the very in a high scale you can see. So easy to access. It should be visible. It should be easy to access. The user should not be dig in where the search bar is, and the speed. Unless and until your speed is not there in search, I think everyone will be bored with the stuff. If you type D and you wait for 2 minutes for further auto completion, then that's an attack, right? Can anyone define me how fast is fast? Anyone? Guesses in time? Sachin sir.
It should be, the result should come as instantly as possible. That is in within nanoseconds.
Nanoseconds?
Less than 200 microseconds.
Less than 200 microseconds? Milliseconds? Yeah, so
Fast.
fast is fast, but in time,
Doing as quick as
but that is not as quick as means train will train will reach you at some particular time as quick as possible, and aeroplane will leave you at some particular time as quick as possible, right?
should give a better value to the system, and so it should be as fast that it doesn't. The experience is good.
Okay, ma'am, any guesses for time?
Milliseconds.
Milliseconds, so
Should be fast. So see as you type.
okay.
Less than 100 milliseconds.
Less than 100 milliseconds. Okay, Vishal.
So second.
Some millisecond. So when this insane thing, I don't know why, fast is fast came. So one of our scientists have done this kind of stuff. 0 to 5 millisecond is too fast. 5 millisecond to 500 millisecond is fast. 500 millisecond to 1 second is not fast, but not slow also, right? So your user will not go anywhere. 1 second to 2 second is slow, and 2 second to 3 second, maybe your user will बस हो गया भाई जाना पड़ेगा. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think this gives some kind of bit why search and how fast search should matter to you guys. So quiz one. Name two. I need you guys to answer this question on LinkedIn or Twitter. Yeah, definitely there will be some goodies in next meetup. So why search is important? Share your views. Can start now because right now because the next quiz is in the list. Okay, so you can tag has Redis Meetup 2020 Mumbai Meetup. You can tag Peppy Post and Redis Labs. है क्या Redis है? Redis Labs on LinkedIn, so they can also see your answers.
Twitter or LinkedIn.
Anything. So most probably, if LinkedIn is possible, then we can get on LinkedIn.
Just type the question and type right.
Yeah. No question. You need to share your views, actual views. What you think about the search? Why search is important?
Teki underscore post or Teki post is it continuous? Because Teki post, this logo is something.
Hello. Hello.
Mhm.
Mhm.
It's underscore. Teki underscore post.
All done. Can we get to next? So how many are tagging on Twitter? Two, three. And LinkedIn? Everyone. Yep.
Teki underscore.
I use wrong.
For Twitter, it's an underscore post.
Okay, delete that. Teki underscore. Twitter.
LinkedIn, you are
I couldn't find them.
on LinkedIn. I need to talk with my manager.
Last one is it Redis Labs? Yes, Redis Labs. Lab or Redis?
Is it Teki underscore post?
In Twitter, on Twitter.
And on Twitter it's Redis only. And there is
Redis Labs.
Redis just like this.
Redis Labs.
Done. Okay. So what are modules? When you hear modules, what comes first in your mind? Packages. When you hear package, what comes to your mind?
Collection of functions or classes that you need.
Okay. Libraries,
Yeah.
similar. So developers over here, you might be importing, including, requiring all this stuff, right? So these are usual modules. So when you want someone to describe modules, it's an same thing someone has written, we have using, so it's an add-on. So these are the pointers. So modules are add-ons or libraries which are dynamic in nature, which can be dynamically loaded in particular programs. Second, with new libraries, of course, your functionality and the usage is expanded automatically. So does this Redis module. Once you include this Redis module, similar kind of thing can be experienced. These modules are usually written in C, Golang, Rust, C++. So these languages are very near to system programming languages. So you can say these are the fastest one. C is mother of all language. It's an name. So it's an always the chances of getting the highest possible output or results when these modules are developed in C or Rust or C++, right? Third one is modules are simple to load, no matter only Redis, but if you relate to other languages also, Java, Node, Golang, C, whenever you include, import, or require, I think that's one liner is enough, right? You can use each and everything from that module. Similarly, here also, you don't need to make much more changes in your Redis. You just need to include this, and that's it. The module is up. So it is always recommended कि, you need to install this. You need to mention this module in Redis conf file, that is configuration file of Redis, and just give a restart so that it is reloaded whenever your server gets down or booted or something. It's loaded automatically. How modules help us? I won't be giving answer for
Yeah,
this.
so we can reuse the code.
Reuse the code. So reusability of code. Second,
Categorize
categorization of
functionalities.
functionalities,
Separation of responsibility.
separation of responsibilities. Cool. More. I think that's it. Modules are developed for that. Three.
Your life easier.
It's make life easier. Okay. So we don't need to rewrite code since it's a reusability code. Make our life easier. So Redis modules are also the similar kind of stuff. So whenever it comes to a module, each developer has its own way of developing modules. So is Redis. So when you write your own module, you have some concept in your mind that this and this function will be calling to this and this libraries, this and this library will be communicating with this and this network and stuff, right? So Redis does the same. Redis modules are implemented in their own algorithms, data structures, so that it can be faster as much as possible, as quick as possible. Second, since it's an written in their own structure, own database, they look to it that no CPU memory, CPU time or memory time is optimized or sorry optimized. You, they don't look at that your how much memory should take, how much CPU time it should take. They look to it that whenever your module is loaded, it is optimized. It should make your system stable and consume less time or memory. And of course, since each module have their own use cases and own extensibility, new data structures are introduced here and new functionalities are also introduced. So Redis has this kind of modules. Neural Redis. So who all are AI ML fan over here? No one? No one loves AI ML? Machine learning? No one loves machine learning.
We know that, but it's just an jargon for us till now. We have never taken a deep dive there.
I'm shocked, means literally you guys are not interested in AI ML.
Exciting, but we are
Okay, so neural redis is same kind of stuff it gives. It's an learning kind of thing which Redis provides. Redis search we will be exploring more on Redis search now. Redis JSON is the similar same kind of data module, data structure that expand JSON functionalities. Redis graph, Redis time series, etc. And more stuff are there you can find over here, redis.io modules. So each and every module has its own priority, own you can say pace of delivering things, own output. So yeah, you can explore. Today we are going to explore Redis search. So it will be quiz 2. You have given this answer right now, right? So share your views on what module you would prefer to write as a developer. It's not maybe today Redis search is one of the module, but since you are an iOS developer and you might be facing some common issue each and every time, and you might be thinking that uh, I should write one function that might extend and help each other, right? So share your experience with what kind of models you guys might be writing, not not only Redis, but you guys might be writing. Time is yours. You guys are writing or skipping this.
Yeah, done.
Done. What is Redis search? Finally, we are on topic. So, just a quick polishing up the previous slides. Can anyone of you please revise those slides again? Anyone voluntarily?
Redis is a in-memory search.
NoSQL in-memory database.
Eval. Eval per
It stores data in the format of
eval.
Great. And on search, since it's a ready search, so on search we have, I think, done almost all kind of stuff now. Why search,
Yeah.
right? Just a second.
Covered. Yes. I trying to get your control. I don't get it. And that's first conversation with
Okay. Yeah. So Redis has Sachin sir and again Nixon sir has given a brief. On search, we have seen more of slides, right? 2 to 3 slides, and I think that is also a knowledgeable slide. So, can you give us brief about those slides?
So why the necessary for search is necessary
Yeah.
and
So, yeah, correct. So, why search is necessary? We have seen since search is a common requirement for any kind of application. Uh, if search we have built and it's not visible to user, then it's completely a waste. So it should add an value to user. Third one is moving to a better UX with search. If you provide a search, then user won't be roaming around your app. He will be directly on point. There is chances of getting a good business from that particular point of view. Third pointer is how fast is fast kind of thing that we have seen. So search should be in a sequence of fast, not too fast or not too slow. It should be a fast so that user whatever user types is given or shown with an accurate result without any hampering the backend process, right? So moving to Redis search. So this is a search engine built on top of the Redis. So you can say this engine uses all the data type or data structures which Redis uses on its own, and from that uh, point of view, it has its own data structures also. So it has a wide range of client libraries. For example, no matter what development or what language you prefer for development, maybe Java, Node.js, Golang, C. Each and every client libraries are available for this so that you can directly plug in and start with this search and the features. Okay, so since everything is visible, clear and right, so have we covered this kind of stuff in our previous slides without Redis search? That is fastest since it's written in C. So I think I have not covered this stuff, right? So it's one of the fastest Redis since it's written in C. Second is full text search, secondary indexing. That is full text search is similar the like exact search kind of thing. Yeah, and secondary indexing also indexing particular structure or a column so that with a page we can get a stuff. Autocomplete we have seen.
Yeah.
Without Redis search we have seen auto complete. Source document as hashes. Uh, guys, hash. Anyone? Anyone knows hash?
One way function.
One way function.
Hashing.
It's a
It's
hash.
a unique value of the
Okay,
data.
that is one kind of hash. In Python, what is hash? Do you know? So hash is a key value store.
Yeah.
Like map.
Map. In Golang, it's a map. So key value kind of store. So whatever document is written in Redis, it stores in a key value kind of means it's a hash and scales up to billions of record. Have we covered this kind of stuff? Billions of record, Google search bar. It's an not only billion. I think it's at some different level of data, right? So optimized data structures. Yeah, we will be covering soon. Non-blocking updates and insert. So it is seen that whenever a NoSQL database similar like Redis is used for searching, that is Elasticsearch or Solar. These are built on top of Lucene. Yeah, right. Lucene. So these guys are faster, like Flash, you can say. But when it comes to update, they need some glucose or something, right? So Redis is not that kind of stuff. So the pace it insert, the pace it updates. The same pace with same pace it updates and insert. This is the one favorite thing I loved about Redis search till now. Whereas in Elasticsearch, I can say the updates hamper the performance, and it's a different kind of you can say. Yeah, Elasticsearch is one of the best you can say in the market, but when it comes to update and kind of stuff, and it's since it's built on Lucene, it's not that stable or not stable.
If data is growing,
Yeah.
and searching is also parallelly done, so it doesn't scale up.
Correct. So, but this is not that in this you can simultaneously cluster also in Redis search. So here are few stats and facts about Redis search. When it comes to benchmark, so it is seen that it is 58 to 60% faster uh, than other NoSQL databases. Moreover, if you see upload time, 50K indices in 201 seconds. So this benchmark and stats I have taken from Redis official site, and I have read Medium blog of their Redis lab only, where they have compared Solar, Elasticsearch, and Redis search. Upload time, yeah, 50K indices in 201 seconds. How many minutes?
3 minutes.
Three, more than three.
3 minutes 21.
Okay, and it's 50K indices, 50,000 indices, and 50,000 is an indices, so it's a table. Within that table there are more databases, and they have uh, stored that document of Wikipedia. They had scrapped Wikipedia and uploaded this, and this was the result. I was really shocked with this result. So they have mentioned Redis search, Elasticsearch got crashed in 921 or 920, 920th indices. 920th indices, Redis search crashed. Sorry, Elasticsearch crashed. Whereas Redis uploaded it with this speed. So this was only one server, not in cluster. So imagine if it's in cluster, then what will be the speed? Moreover, the medium of query. So how many knows that Redis has its own serialization protocol for hitting the query? How Elasticsearch uses means how you can get the data from Elasticsearch.
So we have form a query
Hmm. And where you have to hit.
on the whatever the Solar server.
It's an I think it's an URL, right?
It's an API call.
API call. It's an HTTP or HTTPS call.
Yeah, it's your Solar client call.
So when network breaks or network is slow, what happens?
The response time is less, more.
More. And let's suppose the same thing is done from a terminal curl call. Then the same means you can say the HTTP or same time,
The medium is same.
same, right? Where here you just need to write a command, redis -cli or something similar to that, and it will not hamper your response time from there. So it suppose it has its own serialization protocol. Then autocomplete, it uses Redis tree. Redis tree, raise your hand please. पढ़ा है ना कॉलेज में. Okay, try anyone. TRIE. Try. Knows?
Elasticsearch is
Try. TRIE. Yeah.
I've heard of the data structure.
Redis tree. Redis tree. You have heard.
Like sort of like the blueprint.
Okay. So let's find out.
They don't have the REST API. Like the RediSearch don't expose the REST.
Yeah, they have their APIs. They have APIs also, but they are sort of different kind of APIs. We'll be checking those. So, what is try and Redis sort? Redis tree, sorry. Anyone?
Actually, it's the instruction on a what is it called? Tree.
Okay. Don't worry, I also don't know about this much. Okay. So this is try tree. So how this work? It stores each and every alphabet at particular node. So whenever you search for something, each and every alphabet has their own sequence of returning back, right? And this is Redux tree, much more compressed, right?
Yeah.
So when I search there in try tree, it will take maybe each node traverse each node with log 0 of n, right? O of n. Complexity will be O of n. Here, the complexity might change depending on the Redis Redis tree structure. It is because it is very much compressed. About it is compressed 50% what of try tree. So Redis uses this data structure, that is Redis tree. It's an upgraded version of try tree, you can say. So now I think everyone knows when was search invented, what is try and Redis tree. Okay, sorry. So inserts will be O of n. O of n, everyone knows, right? Yeah. So inserts will be O of n complexity, since every insert he needs to traverse to each and every. But the find the search is O of n, O of one. That is bit uh, shocking, right? How? So they have, I think, means they have compressed and really written a best algorithm in order to make this Redis search. Because no matter how big your document or index is, your index is, but it will take only O of one. It will directly hit that index and give you the value. So that's the speed Redis search gives. So anyone hands on? No. So installation is very simple in Redis. Uh, so bit about installation stuff. Since Redis is made for you can say build on BSD kind of thing. So it support Linux machines, Mac machines, and all. But when it comes to Windows, yeah, Redis have its support, but the extensibility bit degrades over there. Okay. So it's a simple installation. The four step is for any machine, no matter what it is. Second one is on the servers, depending on the server, whether it's in CentOS, Ubuntu, Fedora stuff. Then this service, how you can start Redis service and check. So once you start the Redis service and check, it will. Let me know it's visible or not. Visible? So when the service is running, similar output you might get. So it's an normal server output which when it runs on systemctl or something. Here comes the trick: installing RediSearch dependencies. So it's bit you can say it's easily available. Installing GCC when it's come to C compilation and C++ compilation, we need a package called GCC on Linux. So it's already available. You all you need to do is maybe development tools. You need to install these development tools. Then this command is really helpful. So this allowed me to install GCC on different machines. So yeah, once it is installed, you can easily see the GCC version or directly run the C code. You can write simple C code and check whether it's properly installed or not. So we need GCC because further when we go to Redis search installation, it we need to build it. We need to compile it where Redis search actual dependency will be seen. Okay. So you being my friend from last 2 hours, I will make sure to notify you that this make build and make all command will create an issue to you while installation. Okay? Yeah. So I don't know how many have faced this issue, but this happens each and every time with me. I don't know what dushmani it has from me or something. No matter each and everything is fine while installation, this make build always fails. So I had struggled and built the Redis search, then मेरी हिम्मत नहीं हुई कि मैं उसको निकाल के फिर से build करूँ. So this is the common steps you can follow. Just clone this Git repo. It's an easy Redis lab modules, Redis search.git, and just move on to that particular clone part. Then make build. Make build happens successful uh, when your GCC is properly compiled. This is the fact, and I think yeah, परेशान करता है ये थोड़ा. You need that kind of patience. Then once you build this, there will be a source folder. You need to just move on to that particular folder and search for this module RediSearch.so. So once you compile, so these are the steps. Anyone knows Docker? Familiar? Compiled. So Docker, Redis also has Docker. You don't need to do anything. Just pull or काम खत्म. That will work much more better than this. But since this is an system stability kind of thing, I prefer to install in make, git clone and make. And more of when you make build, you can switch to source folder. Yeah. Actually, colors are same, so thoda it's a mismatch, mixed color. Usually the binaries are displayed in green, yeah, in Linux. So I had made this font green, so it's not making this look different. So this is the compiled binary version for Redis search. This search module is loaded in the configuration. Further, we will be loading that part. Anyone is trying this? You're trying? You guys are familiar with Redis? You were not familiar, so you need to install Redis also now. You want that slide? You have Mac, right? I think for Mac there is different way for installation.
Xcode software.
Xcode, yeah.
RediSearch, if I while ingesting data, uh, put the keys and the value as a document.
Will do.
But while searching, I can search on the document itself. I don't have to give anything. I don't have to mention the key.
Yeah, that will also do both. It supports both. You can search on key basis also and value basis also. So when you search key and its name or directly the value of what you have inserted, it will bring that also. Feel free to ask any kind of doubt. Yeah.
How does like, if you have let's say a database, a simple relational database,
Yeah.
and you want like a caching layer over it
Yeah.
with Redis, how does the ingestion happen? Like, do you have like a SDK of sort like just this is the connection variable to the database, cache this whole table?
Okay.
How
So
does that?
I think you need to write something for that particular kind of stuff because if you're talking about the config part, then uh, So caching is something that is not bigger in size when it comes to table. When it increases with the user, you yeah increases, right? For example, let's take your example, university. Every year, some amount of students enroll, and the data increases. For each student, there is one for config: his name, his old college or school, his maybe birthplace and all that kind of stuff. So you just need to map. If you are caching something, then this part of config should be cached, not the whole database.
Yeah, like you're talking just one table.
Hmm.
So
You can
like,
cache
is there
multiple.
a plug and play way? Just here is the this is the table that you have to cache. Go cache it. Like how
See,
does that
there are
happen?
plugins which will give you an extension for coding, not an built-in. You can say SQL will help. I don't think so, because there are plugins, Redis plugins, which will help you in uploading the data to Redis. But the code which you need to write from MySQL to Redis, that you need to maybe write the
So like you said,
connection
in the
layer.
table, we have a table
Hmm.
of okay. This is a very Redis. This is what I was thinking of going with Redis for. Every lecture has a punch in and a punch out
Hmm.
attendance.
Hmm.
So that has just a very structured data of this the student, this the device
Correct.
that he did, and
Hmm.
this the time.
Hmm.
That's all I want to save. It's in a database. It's in a table.
Correct.
So, um, is there a like plug and play way where I say this is the database credentials, this is the table,
Hmm.
go cache the whole table, or do I have to like
Understood. Yeah.
transform that data
I
and
need to check.
change it into something
I
that
can't give you the exact idea. What I have built is I have personally taken the Redis module, the Redis actual plugin, which has all this data structure kind of stuff, and my own I have written the code for connection.
and like and know that traders access the cache, but like um, if I have any new data inserted into the database, will Redis like update itself, or do I have to write code
So-
specific to like update on the database and update on Redis both?
Okay, you have to
You have to
write
write
sync. It should be a sync code. You are saying, right?
Yeah.
Syncing of code.
like thinking of the data.
Yeah, yeah. You need
I'll
to
have
write.
to add in the
Yeah,
code.
correct. You need to write.
Can you maybe show me the slide for GCP?
Yeah. I think Mac OS recent version was recent OS you have. I think it has CLAN something. Instead of GCC, it has CLAN. Just as Golang, it has CLAN, I think. Yeah.
In Elasticsearch, you don't have to specify the key, right? You can just
No.
index the document.
Correct. In Elasticsearch, I think it doesn't need anything. You just need to give the index name, and it will accordingly direct to
And you need
the
a
yeah,
index
correct.
name in the document. You don't need
Document,
a key as well.
correct. You need to define the data type and stuff in Elasticsearch for document.
Yeah. Is there a commercial company which is like promoting this, or because Elasticsearch is a commercial company which is promoting Elasticsearch? Redis is
Redis has commercial, but I don't promoting.
Or it's just open source, anybody can
It's an
use it.
open source. It has commercial also, but I don't think it's promoting. So Redis has each and every functionality, but I think the on top of whatever the maximum used functionalities are there, I think where their Redis is commercial. If you are willing to do it own or you have done it, you need to do it own, then you can do without commercial also. It's in completely open source.
In terms of alternatives for Redis, like I only know Memcache.
Memcache, yeah. So Kafka is there, Cassandra is there. Many are there. These are famous stuffs. Redis is famous for caching kind of stuff. RabbitMQ is there for message broker. Then Kafka is there, similar kind of stuff what Redis does. Then Cassandra is there, similar kind of stuff. Each and every technology have some or the other pros and cons. All the thing we need to do is what use case our scenario sits in, and we can opt that. You need to open that window. Do you guys need break now, or maybe complete the session and then we can have a networking session?
break for 5 minutes. 5-10 minutes break. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know, I know. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Service was trying to
Yeah, I know it's so who is sponsoring these release? Any communities there? Or, and, or any enterprise?